On a moonless night, the world teetered on the brink of chaos. Beneath a cloak of silence, 3 stealth B-2 bombers sliced through the skies, undetectable, unstoppable, and destined for Iran's most sacred secrets. Their mission, to cripple Iran's nuclear future. The operation, codenamed Midnight Hammer, marked the first direct U.S. strike on Iranian soil in history. And at the center of it all, Donald J. Trump, the U.S. president, with Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, whispering in his ear.
Nuclear weapons, atomic bombs.
Since 2002, whispers of Iran's nuclear ambitions echoed through global corridors of power.
It's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb.
But by late 2024, those whispers had become sirens. Centrifuges were spinning faster, bunkers were glowing hotter, and Israel, watching with laser precision, sounded the red alert. Netanyahu, Israel's iron-fisted leader, was determined to eliminate the threat by any means necessary, and he knew exactly who could do it. Netanyahu didn't ask, he pushed. Mossad intel flowed straight to the Oval Office. Israeli leaks strategically reached Fox News. The message? Strike now or regret forever. Trump, ever the master of diversion, played both sides.
I will make that decision, I would say, over the next 2 weeks.
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks.
Publicly, he dined with Steve Bannon, an outspoken critic of war.
If we don't get this sorted, we're going to be drawn in totally into a conflict as a combatant, as not a supplier of logistics, or as an actual combatant, a participant. It'll be 10 years, and the casualties will dwarf anything you saw in World War II.
The media buzzed, Trump was staying out. But behind the scenes, he was assembling an elite strike team. Pentagon generals, Air Force tacticians, Mossad operatives. A silent war plan, months in the making. Then came the turning point. Just 30 hours after telling the world he needed 2 weeks to decide, Trump ordered the attack. 2:47 a.m., Washington, D.C. The Situation Room is dead silent. Trump sits at the center, stone-faced. In his hand, a sealed executive order. One signature, and America crosses the Rubicon. 3 B-2 Spirits launched from Whiteman Air Force Base. They ghosted across continents undetectable. Hours later, Natanz erupted. Then Isfahan, then Fordow. Bunker-busting munitions pulverized reinforced uranium vaults. Thermal sensors confirmed annihilation. Tehran saw the skies glow. Iran knew. This wasn't a drill. Trump watched in silence. Then, confirmation came in. All primary targets neutralized. He smiled. The room exhaled. Hours later, Trump stood before the nation. With bravado and boldness, he made the announcement.
The U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. God bless America. Thank you very much.
Tonight, the world is safer. Iran will never hold the world hostage. But beneath the confidence, fear, not of defeat, but of the unknown. Trump knew better than anyone else wars don't end with explosions. They begin with them. But was it truly over? New intel revealed Iran's backup, a second nuclear facility buried beneath the Zagros Mountains. In Tehran, murals of martyrdom appeared overnight. Crowds chanted revenge. Iranian missiles were prepped. U.S. bases across the Middle East were primary targets for Iran's retribution. Trump made a bold threat.
Do not attack American assets in the Middle East.
Any attack on U.S. bases will be met with unmatched force. But Iran has options, none of them conventional. Iran could blockade the Strait of Hormuz, strangling global oil trade. They could strike U.S. allies, or worse, launch a massive cyber attack deep into American soil. Rumors are already swirling. Iranian sleeper cyber units are active.
There's new concern Iran is preparing to retaliate against the U.S., not by bombing bases, but by undermining our businesses.
Homeland Security issued a National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin outlining the threats of cyber attacks.
Are these false alarms or smoke before the inferno? Operation Midnight Hammer was a triumph, but also a trigger. Trump struck first. Netanyahu ensured it happened. But now all eyes are on Tehran. Where will it hit? When? How hard will the hit be? The current fragile ceasefire announced by Trump might be the much-needed break by Israel to reload its guns and brace for a long-term war. The only question left is chillingly simple. Who will blink first?